nice. That's good. Okay. All right, good morning. One player from each of the 6 participating teams. Heading into this week's matches, their goals, their experiences, and their thoughts. Following that, I'll open the floor to any questions that are here from the media. And then we will close out with a few fun, fan-submitted questions from the social media. Before we begin, we would like to take a moment to recognize the lives affected by the devastating floods in Central Texas. Please join us in a moment of silence and solidarity and in gratitude for the first responders and community members working tirelessly to help. If you would like to support the relief efforts, please text FLOOD to 707070. Make a quick and meaningful contribution. Thank you so much for standing with Texas. All right, let's get started. Please join me in welcoming our guest coach and athletes to the stage. From USA, head coach Eric Sullivan and Jordan Poulter. From China, Gong Xiangju. From Canada, Hillary Johnson. From the Dominican Republic, Braylon Martinez. From Germany, Anna Pogani. And Thailand's Pimpichaya Kopram. All right, now we get started officially. So we're going to start with Eric, a few questions to you. First of all, Coach, what have you been most surprised by at this VNL?
Week and a half of training and trying to clean some of that stuff up.
Is there anything in specific that you learned from the last couple of weeks that you took into training and you were working on?
Yeah, I don't think there was a ton of things that caught us off guard. For us, I think the first week, again, with our inexperience in our group, was a little bit of getting comfortable, maybe for our staff as well. And so I feel like that part of it has been better from week to week for us so far. As well as implementing new systems and what we're doing in the gym. I think our group has been very adaptive and very excited about doing that. And so to get, again, that week and a half to kind of go back in and continue to work on those things after playing a few matches was very productive.
Speaking of working on some things, what is the identity that you're trying to build with this really new team?
Yeah, look, we want to play the game kind of tight in our systems, how we want to, we want to do some things that are very specific, and we want to do them at a high level for long periods of time. And so I think one of the, maybe cliche ways of saying that is kind of being gritty and consistent, being process-oriented, not worried about results, not letting what happened previously or the atmosphere or anything like that affect us, but just kind of being one play at a time, one contact at a time, getting in that mode and just becoming this team that's very hard to defeat because we're going to make you play at a very high level for a long period of time.
Good to hear. I'm sure some of the media will have some more questions for you, but we will move on now to the players. Let's hear first from Jordan. How does it feel to be one of the veterans now on the team, and how are you trying to help guide those younger players that you're now with?
It feels cool. My first week in the gym, I was called grandma 3 times, and I'm only 27, almost 28, but still, that feels very weird. I think it's been fun to kind of be on this side of the coin now, officially, and watch these young players come in and try to figure out their role in the gym and sort of support and watch them get tested. It's going to be an exciting quad for us, I think. There's every summer for our team, for USA, is different, and it feels. I feel happy to get to put on the jersey again for another quad.
Well, speaking of putting on the jersey, I know you spent the last pro season here in the USA, but what are your emotions going into week 3, knowing that you'll be wearing that USA jersey here on home soil in front of potentially friends and family?
Yeah, the last time that I played in the USA jersey in front of my family was in Paris, and we were able to do something pretty cool over there. So, I don't know, it's always a gift and something I never take for granted, and something that is genuinely just really fun to get to do, to represent our country in a way that, you know, brings people together and inspires more than it divides. It feels like a really, you know, special role to have.
Super important, and you're doing it really well. All right, let's move on to China. Dong, you've signed for Love for the next season as well. So what made you want to play your next professional season here in the USA?
你明年签约了 LOVB 联赛，然后他们想知道一下是什么让你想要参加美国联赛？
因为我觉得美国的 LVB 的 Lab 的联赛非常有趣，然后赛程也非常的妥当，安排的非常好吧，所以我对美国的 Lab 的比赛非常感兴趣。
So LOVB has a really interesting league this year, and then their whole schedule has a really nice layout for the players and for fans. So that's why she's really interested in joining this next year.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you play here next season. But for now, what's been your biggest surprise with your team in this VNL?
到目前为止，中国队的让你最惊讶的部分，在 VNL 比赛中是哪一部分？
我觉得应该是我们在赛场上展现出的活力，以及在比赛当中落后时候展现出的精神。
Is how much energy the team really brought, and then even though sometimes they're falling behind, not really taking the lead for the set, and then they're still pushing it forward. That's the energy they're getting.
Love the energy from your team. Let's move on to Canada. Hillary, what did this 2-week break between Istanbul and Arlington, what did it look like for your team?
We got a little rest, which is really nice and different this year in VNL. Usually we just push on to the 3rd round, so that's a really positive thing, I think, especially with a new group, to have some time to train, look back on our games, what can we improve. We have a short week and a bit here, so yeah, we got back in the gym in Canada and worked on a few upgrades that will show something different this week, and yeah, build on our game, build on the progress we've made, and hopefully add and play our best volleyball for week 3.
Well, I'm going to cast your mind back to week 1, and you played at home in front of your crowd. How have you tried to recreate that energy of playing in front of that home crowd in week 1?
Yeah, Ottawa was super fun for us. It was a lot of girls' first VNL, so it was such a privilege to be in front of a home crowd. We actually broke a record for women's volleyball attendance-wise, so we were really pumped about that, and felt a lot of support back home, so there was a lot of excitement in Ottawa. And we tried to carry it through, but we really enjoyed it. I mean, to hear the fans cheer for you when you get a point, and just feel supported by friends and family. It's such a great experience to play at home, so we were really thankful for that.
Well, you're back in North America, at
Yeah.
least. From the Dominican, Braylon. You have experience playing as outside and opposite. Which do you prefer to play at this high level, and why?
Okay, I prefer to play like as an outside hitter, of course, but sometimes like being opposite is easier because I don't have to pass or get reception. But I prefer actually being an outside hitter, yes, because it's like more fun, and also like to do defense and take the tips. Like it's more fun, yeah.
Well, you're doing pretty well so far as one of the top scorers so far in the tournament. What were the main areas? What's the focus of your team here in week 3?
Okay, I think we have like a new team now. Like I think mostly of the team now has this situation, and I think that the most important thing is like to be like together all the time and get better and better, and be patient because we have like a lot of young girls now. So I think we have to keep working to get better.
Patience is key. Moving back down the table to Anna of Germany. What are your emotions returning to Texas after playing one season here with Love? And what was that experience like?
Yeah, I think it was a great experience for me because I did not play overseas till now. I think it's really nice to see how it is for players coming for more than 10 years abroad to Europe and to make the same experience. And yeah, I'm really happy to be back in Texas, and I played in Houston, so it's not that far, and I'm happy to see some familiar faces here.
Will you have some friends coming to the matches?
I'm already texting with a few friends, and yeah, maybe some of them will come.
Awesome. Looking forward to it for you. What were the main areas that your team was focused on improving while preparing for week 3?
I think the first 2 weeks we played some games on a really high level, and I think for us it's important to understand that we can play that high level, and we have to work on being more consistent because our ups and downs were sometimes just too much. And I think if we can play a consistent high level, I think we are able to beat really good teams, and that's what we are working on.
Looking forward to a successful week for you. Coming back down this side of the table, last but not least, Pimpichaya, you played in Germany last season with and against potentially some of the players and coaches of the German national team. How are you going to use that experience to help your team when you play Germany this week?
Good chance to play in Germany because I can play like with the taller player. Also, I can know how they play in Europe style. And this week, I'm gonna see Germany, so I will use my experience in Germany to my teammates, like how we're gonna play against them.
So you were scouting them all season. What is the most important outcome of this week for your team?
For me, like last week, we can know like what we couldn't do, like what we mistake, and we go back to Thai and we do recovery and we learn and we have like meeting what should we do in the third week. So I think this week is gonna be fun for us. I just want us to enjoy together and like play together. Yeah.
Your team always looks like you're enjoying
Yes.
volleyball, so that's a given. All right, so that was it for my media submitted questions. Now I'm gonna open the floor to the media that are here. So if anyone has a question, please just raise your hand and we'll come and bring you the microphone. Who's up first? Don't all jump at once.
This is from Multicultural Radio Broadcasting. I'd like to have questions for China's Captain Gong. As the match comes to week 3, which part of the team do you think has improved the most?
他们想知道你们在第3周，现在迎来了第3周的比赛，然后你觉得你们队伍哪一方面进步，在过去的2周进步的比较大？
我觉得是
减少这种赛场的压力，毕竟新人嘛，
我觉得首先年轻队员的场上可能会紧张的情绪更多。那我在和他们交流的时候，可能要带着更轻松一点的语气，然后给他们最大的释放他们的压力吧，然后在场上让他们尽情的去享受赛场。
我替球迷问个问题啊，就是说有一个球迷提到的，就是说当这个决胜局的时候，就那么一个扣球瞬间或者一个发球瞬间。这就是决胜局了。那么，就是女排姑娘们，她们都在想什么？是只是想到了输赢，还是享受排球？
我们更多的焦点其实是聚焦在每个过程当中。那如果过程做得好的话，结果是顺其自然的。并且在比赛的这种高强度的压力之下，我们更多的自信其实是来源于我们平时的训练。所以专注每一天的训练和专注好每个过程是最重要的。
谢谢你。
Do we need a translation for that, or did everyone get it?
So the first question, she really helped as like more veterans on the team. She really helps those young players to get more relaxed when talking with them and having them when they're on the court playing to make sure they're really enjoying the game as those young players are having their first games.
Perfect. Who's next?
Stephen Munson, USA Volleyball. This one's for head coach Eric Sullivan. What's been a highlight for you in your first year as head coach for the U.S. Women's National Team, and this being your first VNL at the helm of the program?
Yeah, I don't know that I've got like a specific highlight. To be honest with you, every day has been awesome. I just think I think the atmosphere and culture in our gym when we're training every day, with some of the younger, less experienced players who are getting their first opportunity to really play at the senior level, has been great. So, I don't know, just getting the opportunity to be part of that group and to get in and train with them and implement some stuff, and to see the growth where we've come from, the end of April, beginning of May to where we are now, all of it has been a great experience. Not just the youth, but obviously sprinkling in more experienced players as we've gone. Grandma here, right? Bringing those pieces together and see how they kind of integrate, how Jordan and some of the other more experienced players have been able to kind of lift that group up as they've become a part of it as we've gone through the summer. It's been a wonderful experience so far. And I've been around USA Volleyball for a long time. I played for 8 years, and I've been a part of the men's team staff for the last 12 and sat on some of the organizational stuff behind the scenes. And so it's always been a part of me in my volleyball experience. And so to be in this position and be doing this for the last 3 months has just been phenomenal.
Thank you. One more, if it's okay. This one's for Grandma. Joking. Jordan.
I know, shit.
Being a leader on this team, this quad, is there any different preparation for you to help prepare the team for playing on U.S. soil versus overseas?
Sorry, Stephen, can you clarify professionally or here with the national team?
With the national team, and just how you help prepare your team to play on U.S. soil versus overseas? Any different preparation?
I think it helps that we've had a lot of players who have played in this first season of League One. There's a different weight and a different pressure to perform in front of people you love and care about, I think, alongside, in your home country. There's more distractions here, obviously, too, getting the opportunity for those friends and family to be here. And so some of those conversations have been had, and I don't know, there's a good trial and error period with everything as a young athlete, and I think especially with it being the first year in the quad, it's not going to be as impactful this early, but I'm excited for these athletes to get to feel what it's like to put on the jersey in front of a home crowd.
Thank you.
I have one more question for all of the team members, because as the matches comes to the week 3 and all of the teams are either fighting for a last stage of the final weeks or keeping in the competition, has the situation been a pressure or a motivator of teams to perform better?
I think since I play national team, we just did it once, and it was here in Arlington, so it would be great to qualify for the Final 8, and yeah, but it's the same. We want to just improve our level of playing volleyball, but yeah, we want to for sure win games and qualify for the Final 8.
赢完了第3周的比赛，然后他们想知道一下是有更多的压力，还是更加激励你们来完成这周的比赛？
我们需要尽100%的努力，然后去 对待这一周的比赛，然后我们的目标也是进入到最终的总决赛。
So they're definitely going to give 100% to all the matches this week, and they're really hoping to go to Poland for the finals.
Yeah, you asked if there's pressure, and I think pressure can be one of the biggest motivators in a healthy way. So this will be a good test for us this week.
For us, our coach laid out, this is our week, this is where we're at. We'll go over it, but we'll leave it at that, and we just take it game by game. And so, yeah, of course, there's an end result, but all you can do is focus on the next match and give your best. So that's our focus as a team this week.
And for us, of course, we would like to qualify to the finals, but right now we are focusing more in our teamwork and have fun to get better.
Yeah, for me, we maybe not have chance to go to final, but for this week, we try to do our best in here.
Another question? I have another question. All of you are going to face some difficult opponents here in Arlington, but which game are you looking forward to most and why? And I don't want to hear the politically correct answer that, I'm looking forward to playing all of them. You can choose any game and give me any reason. Let's go down the line.
Oh. For me, it's good to play with every team because they're really good. Yeah, I just want them to know this is Thailand team and we play with enjoy and fun.
I would like to, for me, it's always, having fun against Thailand because, it's really difficult and you have, to focus, all the time and it's, challenging. So I think Thailand.
Yeah, I don't have a clear team in mind, but I guess we're preparing for our first game, so I think we're focused on our German opponents right away, and then we'll probably change to the next game once we're through that one. So right now it's just game one.
You want the politically correct answer or no,
No,
answer?
I
can
don't
pass
like that
if
one.
you'd like me to pass. But we're focused and excited to play Thailand right now. That's obviously one game at a time for us. And yeah, Thailand creates all kinds of different problems to solve. So that I think that will be an exciting game.
Yeah, I would echo that. Our first match against Thailand, and just to watch a team that always plays with so much enjoyment, genuinely, for competing and being in long rallies. As frustrating as it is to be the opponent of that, it's really beautiful how they play the game.
第3周现在有不同的对手，他们想知道你们最期待和哪一个队伍交手，然后为什么？
我觉得每个队伍都实力都很强，然后都是一个很好的学习机会。
She said every team is a really strong team, and it's a really good opportunity for every single match.
Yeah, I think you have to play against every team with 100% on this level, and yeah, we focus on our first game, Canada, and I think it will be an exciting game because we are kind of on the same level.
Again, we'll go down the line. What's your favorite part of game day other than the game itself?
Favorite part? I like before the game, we have dancing before the game. We keep everyone being relaxed, and I like that part before the game. Yeah.
You said before the game.
Well, your favorite part of the day that isn't the actual volleyball part, because I feel like that would probably be everyone's answer.
I think while we are in the locker room, we have so much fun in there, and we are dancing all the time and doing jokes. So I think that's my favorite part.
My head goes to game day nap. I honestly love.
That's what I would say too.
I love a good nap and then waking up and it's game time. So that's where my head went.
I'm not sure you can beat the nap court answer. Game day nap is pretty legit.
Who doesn't love sleep?
Yeah. As you schedule out the day, you got to make sure there's a 3-hour period in there for the game day nap.
100%.
I'm jumping on board with that.
I enjoy the time of like warming up in the serve and pass when music's blasting, vibes are good, and you're just excited for what's to come.
What kind of music are you guys playing?
It changes every day, to be honest. Truly.
Gotta get that playlist. Both these teams.
在比赛日除了比赛本身，你们最喜欢还有享受哪一个部分
睡觉。
？Sleep.
For me, it's actually Bagorolo, like the rugger game in warm-ups, and then we have a special warm-up. I think we have a quite funny warm-up before the game with Red, so that's one of my favorites too.
He always has good games.
Yes.
I'm keeping an eye on the time. Does the media have any more questions? Got a couple more for you guys. Okay. Can you give me your highlight of the VNL so far? It could be either on or off the court. Again, we'll just go down the line.
Highlight. Let me think. Now from my team, we have like younger player. Like I like their energy when they get on the court and they show their energy like more aggressive. I like that thing for my girl.
So you say during the VNL, like so far?
Yeah, like during this tournament so far, if you have a highlight, a memory that really sticks out to you.
I have a favorite one.
Yeah?
When I played with Niverka, while she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So, so it was really, I wanted to play with her during this, period. So, yeah.
Everyone making sure she's not rolling.
Yeah, I was like, okay, be careful.
I'll get the defense. You're doing extra defense.
Yeah. I think the highlight for me and maybe my team was playing at home, like you mentioned. Just having a home crowd behind you. We had some exciting games in Ottawa, so yeah, that was a fun way to start, and I think a highlight.
Probably playing Brazil in Brazil. I think that's a pretty unique experience in the volleyball world. I come from the college space, and you have some universities that draw crowds like that and have that kind of energy in the gym. But I think that's a really unique place to play. So to have that in our first week, especially with our group of kind of, hey, you get to experience this and not take it for granted, because it's pretty cool.
I think our practice yesterday was a highlight for me. Just having kind of a more condensed group. We have a larger training group at home, and I don't know, being able to come in and have some quality training and be excited to battle this week. Feels like the best is yet to come.
Exciting.
到目前为止 ，VNL 给你或者队伍的印象最深的亮点有哪些？
我觉得应该是赛场的氛围让我们更加享受。
They really like the atmospheres during the match. It makes them really enjoy the game more.
For me, it was the game in Brazil as well. I think it's really special to play in front of 15,000 people, and not just 15,000 fans. It's more like how they scream, how they cheer. And we had like a really close 5-set game against Brazil, and that was my highlight.
Brazil in Brazil. You just can't beat it. All right, so can you give me one of your teammates who has demonstrated good leadership characteristics or given you energy during this,
For me, like, I would say Pon, the setter, she like can good advice for us in the team. Also, like, I like her music. She always like turn on the music, also dancing. She like, yeah.
Bringing the vibes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I would say my sister, Gineira Martinez. Yes, she's all the time, like smiling. And for me, like, it's really important to have her in the court. Yeah.
I think for me, it's our middle blocker, Emily Maglio. She's typically a little more quiet, but now on the older side of the girls and showing more leadership and pulling the younger girls up with her. So I would say she's stood out to me so far this VNL.
middles. You want to pass?
Yeah, I
You
can't
can't
have
pick
I
one
can't have
player.
favorites.
Yeah, fair.
No
fair.
favorites.
I'll let you slide on that one.
I like them all.
I think it's been cool to watch each week. I feel like different athletes have stepped up in different moments of different matches. Some of our young outsides, you've seen them, carry a big load. And then I think from watching on the TV, watching Dana kind of be more vocal, has been cool. And just, again, watching some of the players who we were kind of on that younger side of the coin, move into a different role in this squad is cool.
在过去的比赛里面，有哪一个队友有展现出领导力，然后并且给你和团队提供了比较高的能量？
我觉得是我们的自由人王梦洁，因为我们在一起打球很长时间，她在场上非常努力，然后工作非常认真。
Is there the Wang Mengjie? They have been your teammates for a really long time, and she was still like working really hard and hyping everyone up.
I think in our team, I would say Lina. I think her development over the last year in Italy, she grew a lot, and I think you can see that on the court from her energy. And yeah, it's just really so nice to see that players make their personal developments too, and yeah, it's just so nice to be part of that.
I love that. Shouting out a teammate. I think that's so sweet. All right, so now I have a couple of fan-submitted questions for each of you. So these are not really to do with volleyball, but that's probably for the best sometimes. All right, we'll start with Eric. If you had to give up coffee or chocolate for the rest of your life, which would it be?
So it's a great question. I worked in a chocolate factory in Switzerland my first year professionally, yeah. So I've got an intimate relationship with chocolate. But for sure, I would give up chocolate. Coffee is what I look forward to every morning.
The nap and then the coffee.
Yeah, correct.
Get back, wake up, sleep. Yeah, I think I'm the same. Jordan, if you had a chance to make your own dream team, who would you pick for the roster? I guess this one is kind
Full
of
roster
volleyball.
of 12? Or?
I mean, you can.
You know,
We got all day. Well, we got till 10.
Oh, man. I mean, Gabby, for sure.
Who do I know?
No, I'm like, can I have like 10 outsides or?
Yeah, sure. They can play middle, they can set.
Let's see, I would have Carol. I would probably take all of the Italian middles, honestly. I'm not picky. Moki at Bro.
Me as you as a setter.
No, I'm the coach. I think that for the opposites, I would take Hawk, and second opposite, maybe, that's a tough one, actually. I would take probably Bella, yeah.
Perfect.
And then I'll add Avery Skinner on there.
Did you have a setter as well?
I'll take Asha.
Okay. I think that's everything. Oh,
Yeah, did I get everything?
think of all the positions. That one I feel like is the hardest question, so you did well. Gong, what's your favorite way to celebrate a big victory?
你最喜欢用来庆祝胜利的方式是什么？
Sleep. Also.
Same. Also Eric, probably same. Hillary, if you were stranded on a desert island, which of your teammates would you want with you and why?
Whoa. That's big. This is important. My head still goes to Emily Maglio. I don't know why. We were just in Istanbul, and she's, over the last few years, became fluent in Turkish, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just feel like she's adaptable and smart, and yeah, I would trust her in a lot of situations, so I'll take her.
She knows how to start a fire without firewood.
If not, I
catch
know
a
she'll
fish.
figure it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got it. Braylon, if you could have any superpower, what would you choose and why?
Oh my god. I think speaking about volleyball, I think to have like the better reception, you know, because I will hope I love my team. So yeah.
You could have any superpower in the world and you want to be a better receiver.
Yes, I'm volleyball, so.
You could fly, you could be immortal.
That's the best answer I think I've ever heard. Better reception.
Anna, speaking of good reception, which 3 of your teammates would you take if you were going for karaoke?
Oh. I have to say we did not do a lot of karaoke, but when we were in Japan, I would take Annie Cesar, because I think that she is always fun to go with. Then I would take Pia Kessner, because she's good in lyrics. And then I would take Lena, because she's just one of my best friends on the team.
What would you guys be singing?
Oh my god, hard question.
Justin
I would
Bieber,
say, no,
Taylor
I would
Swift?
say something German,
Oh, okay.
like Culture Candela, for example, the German band.
Okay. I don't know it. I'll have to look it up. And Pimpichaya, what is something you have to do every game day?
Makeup?
Perfect. Yeah. Look good, play good. We know that.
Listen music, yeah.
What kind of music are you listening to? Same song as Anna.
Yeah, it's
German.
sometimes like Thai. No, it's Thai song. Yeah, something motivate for the game. Yeah.
Well, that's it for my questions. One more chance for anyone that has a question from the media that's here. Well, all right then. Thank you so much to all the players and to Eric for your time today. To the media and everyone that's here and everyone watching at home on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate all of your support. And don't forget, you can catch all the matches live on VBTV from here in Arlington, starting tomorrow. But for now, we'll see you all on the court. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Keith.
All right, before we go, quick selfie, and then we have a team photo.
Okay.
We can stand.